What up, YouTube? It's been a long time. I figured I'd post another video. So today's video is going to be kind of short, but I got some exciting news that I think a lot of y'all are going to like, and I think I'm going to be able to add a lot of resources to the channel. So last video I did, I had the BC coilovers installed, and that might have been back in September time frame. So basically all of winter has gone by. I haven't done a single mod to the car, and I've kind of been waiting for the spring season to come around to decide what I want to do next. So I'm contemplating a couple things. Now let me tell you, one thing I was contemplating was the 2020 Supra. One of the things I was contemplating is, look, let me stop upgrading the Q50. I would not trade it in. I would not sell it. I would park it up in my garage, and I would probably gut it and use it as a track car. That was my initial thought, and I'd be purchasing the 2020 Supra because I'm a JDM fan, and I was very excited for it. Long story short, I think it's fair that we all have seen it by now. We are not getting a JDM engine. We are basically getting a BMW engine in a Toyota chassis. And BMW and Toyota partnered up to come out with this 2020 Supra. Which, look, I'm not mad at it. They do what they want to do. I'm sure they've done their math, and they're a business that's very successful. So they've obviously done their due diligence, and they've decided to partner up to come out with this vehicle. Given the price, which in my opinion is a little cheap, but not cheap for what you're getting. You're getting a Z4, right? A Z4 engine, but it's kind of cheap as to what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be a GTR competitor, because that's one of the other cars I've been considering. Is, you know, I'm not going to buy a brand new 2019 GTR. Those things are well over 100 grand, but I was considering getting a 2016 or a 2017 model for, you know, 60 to 80 grand if it was possible. And I have seen them with low miles, you know, anywhere from 5 to 15,000 miles. They can be had for that price. And it's a great deal. You know, the GTR, I'm sure you guys know it by now, it is a phenomenal vehicle. It's fast, it's quick, it's all-wheel drive. It's very costly to maintain, but that's the price you pay for a supercar, right? Because the GTR is a supercar. So I think I'm going to scrap the idea of the 2020 Supra. The GTR is still floating in my mind. But here's the real reason I made this video, is that I think my third alternative, rather than getting the Supra, rather than getting the GTR, would be supercharging the VQ. So I got the 3.7 liter. I say that in every video to make sure you guys don't confuse it with the twin turbo. But this is the VQ 3.7 liter. And obviously at this point right now, I have Fast Intentions resonated test pipes, Optimus long tube cold air intakes customized for the front. I have the Stillen catback exhaust, and that's all I have for engine modifications. So this would be obviously changing the entire dynamic of my car, because you know, obviously the intakes are going to get thrown out. The catback and the test pipes will stay, and obviously one of the things I forgot to mention to you is I'll be purchasing the kit, and the installation will be happening at RT Tuning, which you guys are very familiar with because that's who does all my major modifications. So I just wanted to come out, give you guys a little video of what I'm contemplating. I'm not sold, I'm not 100% yet. I do plan on making the decision in the next 30 days. I can say that, because if I do go with the Stillen kit, I do want to make a commitment and get it installed before the spring. That way I can get it tuned properly, dial it in, and then hopefully, you know, take it to the track ASAP. So thanks for watching, guys. So I figured I'd just chat with you about what that was a kind of short video, so here's my initial impressions and see if there's any other detail with everything. So I have an automatic transmission. That's the only way the Q50 ever came. So I am also considering a level 10 upgrade. It's probably something I'm going to do if I want to, you know, make some serious power out of the Stillen Supercharger. I think most people, and I'm tuned already on EcuTech, so I'd be staying with that software, and what I'd be aiming for is, you know, I'm not looking for anything crazy right out of the box. I think I'd rather customize it to get it where I want it to be, but for right now, because I do track the car, I don't really need the most horsepower or the most torque I can get out of it. There's a certain spot in my, you know, when you're on the track, you're not going from 0 to 7,500 RPM or 8,000 RPM. You're really staying within a range, and I want to to get the car tuned so it's staying in that range for the track performance, because on the street, I'm not speeding around. That's not really something I do. I'm just a car enthusiast, and I like the, I like to see the power on the dyno, and I like to take it to the track and the drag strip as well. I haven't taken this car to the drag strip yet, but it is something I'm going to do probably if I get it supercharged, because then I'll be putting out some serious times. So I just wanted to come out and just give you guys a video. I don't think I've ever shown my face in a video. You might have seen the side of my face in a video that I was recording before, but I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of FaceTime on who I am, what I do. I'll probably save that for another video on what I do for a living, etc. But I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just a car enthusiast that loves cars, and specifically the VQ platform. So anyway, guys, I will be coming out with some new content, especially when I make the decision on what I want to do next, whether it's the 2020 Supra, a 2016 or a 2017 GTR, or supercharging my Q50. So that's kind of what I've been considering. Drop a like, subscribe, drop a comment on what your thoughts are, what you like. I do know a VQ engine is limited on stock internals to a certain extent, but there are things you can do to the stock internals that can obviously push it past that. There's, I think the record from what I've seen on YouTube and what I've read on the forums and the Facebook group is 800 plus wheel horsepower out of these things. Now that's with a pulley upgrade. That's probably with a little bit of customizing the piping to the supercharger kit, and it's also, I'm sure, water to water, whatever the ratio is or anything like that. So I'm sure there's a lot to it. You have to rebuild it. These things don't just come right out of the box, 800 wheel horsepower. It's probably more like 400. But I like the fact that you can customize it to your need. And again, I'm not looking for 800 wheel horsepower. I'm really looking for 4 to 450. That's probably my sweet spot, and I'd be happy with that. So anyway, let me show you a quick clip in the garage of the vehicle. These are my sport rims that I should be wearing these in the winter, but right now it's the winter, and look what I got on. I got the Vossen. So I also will be changing the rims at some point. I have no clue where to go, because I'm so torn on wheel setups on this vehicle. And the chrome, that's the other thing. I might get rid of the chrome. I liked it at first because it was a nice contrast with the rims and the door handles, but now the more I look at it, the more I want to black it out. I don't know. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, drop a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.